What's up, Anchor family? What's up, Spotify family? What's up, Pandora family? Heart Radio family, Amazon Music family. What's up, Podcast family? What's up, Facebook family, man? How y'all doing on this Thursday morning, man? How y'all motherfuckers feeling mentally, man? For real. Y'all better make sure y'all putting the right things in y'all mindset, man, if y'all want to elevate in this life. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm this and that, but one thing I can say, I do read the right books and I do listen to the right audios to keep my mind focused on the success I'm seeking. You know, I always say put the spiritual things first. Like, I don't care what your background is, man. It don't matter what your belief is, what you claim, man. Put it first, please. Put it first. Now, physically, come on now. If y'all really physically on the health side, man, fuck with MDC, man. My Daily Choice, they got all the health supplements, the energy drinks, the energy packs. Now, we don't fuck with that red bullshit. We got that extra trend. We got that good shit for you. But let's get into this message. But before I get into this message, I also know I'm an author of a book titled From the Hood to the Church. You can find it on Amazon. I also did the ebook titled From the Hood to the Church and You Tell It. You can find that on Amazon as well. I also did my first children's book in 2021, 2022, I believe. You can find it on Barnes & Noble. It's called Dad, Where's My Fish? So all y'all got them kids out there, man. That's a good read. My fourth book titled Diamond in the Baby Husky. Don't have no set date, y'all, but best believe I got the storyline behind it and I got the book cover, so please look out for that. It's coming soon. I don't know the date, but I know I already got the project. Man. We also know that I'm part of MDC, man. My Daily Choice. Like, I can't speak so much highly of this company, man. Shout out to my uplines, Nadine Jefferson Santos. And I just found out that Santos was sponsored by Jenna. So that means, shout out to Jenna, man. How you doing, Jenna? Shout out to Jenna and Josh, man. Y'all doing a wonderful job with MDC, man. Keep up the good work, man. But if anybody want to know more about MDC, want to know about the brand books, want to know about the FFX, want to know about Exitran, want to know about the essential oils, if you want to know anything about MDC, please reach out to me on social media. The Facebook, my name is DeMarcus Brewster. On Instagram, I'm DeMarcus Brewster. On TikTok, I'm Mr. Universa 33. On LinkedIn, I'm DeMarcus Brewster. Reach out to me, man, if you want to know more about MDC. But let me get to this message, man. So, growing up, man, like I started, I ain't gonna say growing up, but I started my entrepreneur journey in like 2019. And when I first started, I was married, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I just, I was around the right people. They were just basically pushing me out there just to, because it was a whole money thing. So I really know what I was doing, right? So I was like, I ain't really have no purpose. I didn't know who I was leaving it with. I was just really out here just doing my thing. But as the time went by, as I got older, so matured in my mind, I was like, everything I'm doing, I'm leaving it to my wife and my kids. When it comes to entrepreneurship, I'm leaving all that shit to my wife and my kids. And yes, I said my wife and kids. So whoever I get married to, I'm telling you, I'm leaving it with my wife and kids, because like, that's the right thing to do. Like, a lot of people that's successful, entrepreneurs, or they successful in their field, and they got a valid knowledge, they die with that shit stuck inside of them, right? They die with that shit inside of them. So I'm leaving everything here. I'm leaving my books. I'm leaving what I know mentally, spiritually. I'm leaving all that shit with my kids, man. Leaving all that shit with my wife. So everything I do moving forward, I'm leaving it with my wife and kids. I'm telling you, man. That's the right thing to do. Like, I'm not finna leave none of my business with no whores. Hate to say it. With no weak ass niggas, none of that shit. It's just how I feel. Cause that's how, like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never had no purpose. But as I got older, and as I matured and started just getting away from people that was bringing me down, that were really pushing me, was pulling me down. Like the crab in the bucket, you ever seen the scenario of crab in the bucket, how they keep pulling each other down? That's how motherfuckers is when it comes to your success. So I had to leave motherfuckers behind. I had to leave family behind. I even had to leave my hometown behind. Why not leave it? Why not leave something behind that's hindering you? So the title is just really leave it. Like, whatever you're doing, man, leave it to your kids, man. If you gotta leave people behind, places behind, whatever you gotta do to be successful, so you can make sure your kids and your wife is set, But first and foremost, you got to make sure you set. So before you can leave anything with anybody, you got to make sure you are set. You got to make sure you, number one, you focusing in your mind. Number two, you got to make sure you're not hanging around the wrong crowd that's causing you to stumble. And number three, just got to keep doing like Energizer Bunny. But all I'm saying, man, to all my entrepreneurs out there, all my people that's going to school, man, all my people that's working a 9 to 5, man, whatever y'all purpose is, whatever y'all goal is, whatever y'all dream is, man, I'm just saying leave that shit to y'all kids, man. Leave that shit to y'all wife, man, because it's more like a, I ain't gonna say no will. It could be a will. Let me just say it's a will, but like, man, leave that shit to y'all kids, man. Leave that shit to y'all wife, man. Like, that's the whole thing as entrepreneurs. That's the whole thing as learning the skills. Like, I like how one of my, I would say one of my sisters, she is my sister, my sister Natalie from MDC, from London. Like, she made a post and I shared it. And it was saying something about knowledge is not to be applied, but something about action. Like, basically, you gotta take action. But for real, man, you gotta act on all them thoughts so you can leave it with your kids. And what I mean by thoughts, like, you gotta leave, man, whatever you learn, man, you gotta pass that shit on, man. You don't just, we wasn't just sitting here just to learn everything. Whatever we learn, we for the pass, we for to leave it. Like books, you for to leave it. Knowledge that's applied, you for to leave it. If you apply something to yourself and it work, leave it. I know I can. This can go so many ways, man. But I'm gonna go back to the first thing I said. Whatever you doing as an entrepreneur, you leave it to your wife and kids. Whatever is causing you to stumble and hindering you from growth, leave it. Whether it's a person, place, or thing. And whatever books you read, the knowledge you apply to yourself and get the results, you leave it. So the moral of the story, you leave everything you learn that's positive, that's elevating you, leave it with your wife and kids, man. I don't know, this was just on my conscience. It was meant to share this because this is really how I've been feeling for a long time. Like I said, I started my entrepreneurship in 2019. And at the time, I didn't really have no guidance. At the time, I didn't really know which angle to go because I had people around me that weren't really pushing me. But now, as like I said, as I got older, mature, I know who I'm gonna leave it with. I know who I'm gonna leave this shit with. And for y'all that's tapping into this, who's listening to now, who gonna listen tomorrow, who gonna listen to the next day, a year from now, years from now, a decade from now. Remember, everything you do, you leave it to your wife and kids. Anything that's hindering you, you leave it where it belongs. That's a personal thing. And all the shit that's inside of you, you leave it. Peace and blessings.